Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me here on the Murray City Church of Christ Moment to Meditate. Thank you so much for joining me here as we take a moment out of our busy lives to meditate on the powerful Word of God. Today, we'd like to ask the question, do you want to be good or righteous? So let me explain what I mean by that. Many people today will talk about an individual they know as being good. Now, they will say stuff like, well, he or she is a good person. But what exactly do they mean by this? Most of the time, it is not all of, if not all the time, it means they are either loving or caring. Maybe they're benevolent, selfless, or overall, they're just morally upright. Well, when used as an adjective, I might say, well, she is a good mother. So by this, I mean she has the qualities required for a particular role. I might say he is a good man, again, possessing these certain qualities needed for a particular role. But really, these qualities are usually set by individuals, are they not? The person that I might consider to be a good man may not meet the same requirements as you do, and vice versa. This is where we must set aside the idea of being good. And through this, we need to focus on being righteous. Because we may be talking about being righteous, but use the word good. So, good, when used as a noun, means that which is morally right or righteous. So, we might use it in a sentence like a good and evil or good versus evil. But this begs the question still, which morals are right? So, if I truly want to be good, but not good in the sense that some individuals use, but good in the sense of righteousness, then I only have one set of commands that I can follow. The psalmist will record in Psalm 119, 172, my tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commands are righteousness. So the righteous man is walking the way God has commanded him. And thus, in turn, you may not label him as good all the time. He may use the word of God to correct, to teach, to instruct. 2 Timothy 4:2, using it on himself and others, right? 2 Timothy 3:16, 17, realizing that it is the very word of God, and thus the authority is given in that. So he'll use that, again, not his opinion, not his thoughts, but the word of God to correct. And from that, he may come across as not loving or caring or being benevolent. So, but he still is good in the sense that he is righteous and thus deemed a certain amount of respect, not only, if only because he is right. You may not agree with it, and you may feel like he is not good by your standards, but he is still right by God's standards. So, but a good man is good in your eyes because he is meeting the standards in which you have set. You see, I may not be setting the right standards in your mind because I have corrected you with the word of God. You go and turn to another individual, and he is a good man, right? Because he's meeting those standards that you have set. Now, he may be more understanding to a particular habit that you have. He may be more understanding to a particular set of morals that you two share. And thus, he is good in your eyes. But let's stop and stop saying, well, I want to be a good person. I don't want to be a good person in the set of somebody's eyes. I want to be a righteous person, a good person in that way, in God's eyes. So this might be why Paul would explain it in Romans chapter 5 and verse 7. Notice with me Paul saying, scarcely for a righteous man will one die, yet peradventure for a good man some would even dare to die. And he goes on to explain that Christ died for us while we were sinners in verse 8. So what's Paul saying? Hardly anybody will want to die for a righteous man, right? Why? Because he may not always agree with what I'm doing. But maybe for a good man, this man that is agreeing with my morals, I might die for him because he's a good in my eyes. But then again, as he explains, Christ dying for us while we were sinners. So, when we are trying to live up to a standard of being good, right? We all strive to do that. I want to be a good man, or maybe a lady out there listening, she said, I want to be a good woman. I want to be a good mother. want to be a good father, whatever it may be, the idea of being good, that adjective by using good, let us make sure we are really striving for righteous. I want to be a righteous man. I want to be a righteous woman. I want to be a righteous father. I want to be a righteous mother. So even though some people may not agree, we can still take comfort in knowing that we have the authority from God to say that we are good. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And as always, thank you for all those who are spreading these videos around and liking them and sharing them. We're really getting out there in the community and throughout. So thankful for all those that help this move along. As always, we'd love to have you come out and worship with us at any opportunity that you have. We'd love to worship with you in person. And as always, if you have a Bible question, if you're wanting a Bible study, a question concerning something, please get a hold of us. We'd love to have a Bible study with you and help you in any way that we can. As always, thank you for taking a moment out of your busy schedule to listen to us and listen to the Word of God. As always, thank you for all you do for us, helping us out. And if we can be any assistant to you, please let us know. Thank you.